filter it. It's direct experience with you and the spiritual nature of you. That's kind of my take on it. Okay, we're going to come back to discussions about being alone. Probably next week we'll do a part 2 or something, but I want to move on to the tips for today and then our meditation. So here's something that was in the news recently. Apparently there's this new kind of wellness approach called a Himalayan salt lamp. And these are made from large rock crystals mined in Pakistan and India. And they're often a pink or orange in color. Sometimes they're brown or off-white, and they provide a soothing light when carved out, and a candle or light bulb is placed within. So this light is sometimes credited with offering up a variety of health benefits, such as eliminating the output of electronic devices, such as electrosmog, as well as offering up positive energy via negative ions. These ions are purported to help reduce indoor pollution, bring oxygen to the brain, and boost the immune system. Now, according to Dr. Weil, who is our go-to guy on this show, as great as all this sounds, there's no scientific evidence to support any of it. While negative ions are naturally produced by ocean waves and waterfalls, which tend to have a soothing effect on our mood, and positive ions, which are produced by electronic devices, seem to cause agitation and anxiety. There's no proof that Himalayan salt lamps produce negative ions or improve your health. It should be noted that a few small studies have indicated that negative ionization can, in certain circumstances, be beneficial to health. High-density ionization can be a useful alternative to a bright light therapy for people who have seasonal affective disorder. So this idea of electrosmog, somehow these ions that your devices are emitting into the air, that I guess some people are having reactions to. The suggestion from Dr. Weil's point of view is just keep these devices away from where you sleep. You can also put it on airplane mode to decrease electromagnetic output if you feel that that's bothering you. So also to keep nearby, like if you have an alarm clock on your tablet or something, use the lower light, because that will allow you to sleep better and cause less cognitive interference. So that's something I thought was interesting, since this is apparently a new fad that's in the news. All right, well, now we're up to our time with our guided meditation. And today we're going to do a meditation dealing with grief, since that has been one of the topics we talked about in light of the Florida incident. So this is something that you might want to use if you are dealing with feelings of grief and loss. As always, you find a relaxed position, sitting or lying down, and give yourself a few minutes to relax. So just before thinking about whatever loss you might be dealing with and the process of dealing with grief, just relax, close your eyes. You don't need to do anything in particular. Take a deep breath. And as you breathe out, you can feel your body sort of sinking into the surface you're on. Breathe slowly in and out. In and out. Keep breathing slowly and calmly, and let your breathing relax you. Imagine that your body is a fleece blanket, and that blanket is dipped in warm water. Imagine how it would feel to be floating, suspended in the warm water, gentle waves moving your body. Now picture being lifted out of the water, the heaviness of the water stretching the blanket, stretching your body, so you are very tall. And imagine that the blanket is placed on a warm concrete surface in the sun. And imagine how it would feel to be this blanket, so warm and heavy, completely limp. Steam rises from your body, warmed from beneath by the warm concrete and warmed from above by the sun. Imagine how it would feel to be this damp blanket and have the water slowly evaporating, becoming lighter and lighter, steam rising, carrying the water away. Feel your whole body becoming lighter, relaxed, totally limp. Let your body become relaxed, so calm, so serene. Now that you're starting to feel more relaxed, let's focus on dealing with the grief. Dealing with grief is very tiring. You may have been feeling tired or stressed or burned out. And this may be caused by the grief process. It's normal to be short-tempered and have problems with memory and concentration. These symptoms of dealing with grief can be troubling, but they are normal and they will go away. You will gradually get back to feeling like yourself. Right now, you are healing. The process of dealing with grief is similar to the process of recovering from a physical injury. When a physical injury occurs, the body needs time to heal and recover. And dealing with grief is no different. The mind needs time to recover and heal. And you need time to cope and deal with grief. So be kind to yourself and give yourself this needed time. Sometimes people who are dealing with grief feel like they are going crazy. You're not going crazy. What you're going through is normal, natural. We know there are several stages of grief, and it's normal to experience these stages, sometimes more than once, and in no particular order. Sometimes there's a sense of numbness, where you don't feel very much at all. This is the mind's way of protecting you, and a normal way of processing traumatic experiences such as loss. Numbness and shock are a normal reaction to loss. Another stage may be anger. You may find that you're angry, frustrated, upset. And it's okay to be angry when you lose something that's important to you. And that anger can be directed toward the person or thing you lost. It might be at the world, it might be at God, at the causes for your loss, and you may even feel angry toward others who have not been through what you have. Not all of the anger needs to be rational, and that's because you're grieving. People who are dealing with grief don't always think rationally. Your thinking will become more clear as you cope with grief. You might go through a stage of questioning, wondering why, trying to get answers. You may find yourself bargaining, trying to make deals with others, with yourself, or with God. You may find yourself dealing with loneliness and sadness, time of low energy, feeling slowed down, sad, maybe even depressed. You might experience confusion or memory problems. You might find it hard to focus and concentrate or have trouble sleeping. These are normal too. These feelings can be very intense and painful. While you're getting through this pain, remember it gradually decreases as you heal. Even though it may feel like sadness will go on and on, you will not feel this way forever. Then there is acceptance. And during this stage, you may begin to recreate a new life. And you begin to accept that things have changed. Life is different. Maybe not better, not worse, just different. And acceptance can take many forms in realizing that a change has happened and accepting the loss of whatever you feel you've lost. Now you can get through this. You'll feel better and you'll make a new life. Your new life may be different than the life you planned. But you cannot always plan for losses. It's okay to experience a variety of emotions: anger, sadness, relief, guilt, impatience, going through a hard time, and a confusing mix of feelings is absolutely normal. You're coping, you're dealing, and you will come out the other side stronger. You didn't deserve this loss. It's not your fault. You're dealing with a situation that is challenging, difficult, and even devastating, and you cannot be expected to be over this immediately. Now, if you want to, you can take a moment just to be with the feelings you have. And just allow the grief. Let them rise up and move on. Focus on your breathing for a moment or two. Breathing slowly in and out, relaxing. Create a picture in your mind, imagining a peaceful place where you have no worries. It might be a comfortable room, quiet, peaceful. Imagine that the room is warm and has a comfortable place to sit or lie down where you can relax. Imagine sitting or lying down, maybe on a pile of soft pillows, releasing all your worries with a sigh. In this room you have no cares, no worries, no problems, nothing to worry about or think about at all. This is a place where you can completely relax. You can take a break here, even just for a few minutes, to get away from all of the stress and tension. Picture this room in your mind. What does it look like? Create a detailed image of the room in your mind, so comfortable, complete, serene. You can return to this room in your imagination when you need a break, whenever you need to relax. Whenever things get difficult and you just need a rest, you can picture this room in your mind. And now it's time to conclude this relaxation exercise. You may want to reawaken, or you could drift off to sleep. I'll count now from 5 to 1. If you decide to wake up, which I hope you do, so you can listen to the end of the show, let yourself become more and more awake with each